Come on. Don't boost your streak by being mean like that. You know, that hurts my feelings, right? I have a soul. Please be nice to me. How are you doing today?
土産話はあるのだろうな。気をつまれびとは歓迎するぞ。主
Do we know what style the guns will be in? Not for certainty, but I have a feeling it's gonna be just for ninja style. I think the attack that we're getting for the gun is gonna be the same thing that Takasuki Shinsaku does, where he just like rapid fires like his gun a few times. But who knows, maybe there's multi-purpose to it. Using it in the air, using it as a dodge. I mean, I got no idea what to expect. But we're getting a gun, so that's pretty cool. We're getting that revolver. Wasn't there a Tonfa gun skill? Yes, there is. But this is a bit different. Yeah, we're getting a gun. For our neutral special, we wield a gun. You can go full Glock Samurai now. Or Glock Ninja or whatever. The dragon-looking boss from the screenshot can be seen in the Wind Crucible stage in the trailer. I guess the dragon might be the boss for the Wind Crucible. I actually think it's just... I think it's just in one of the world bosses. I don't think it's actually the main boss for the Wind Crucible. I think I don't know who the Wind Crucible boss will be. But I don't think that's going to be the main boss. We'll find out. Maybe you're right. My guess, based on, you know, that, like, promo footage of there being, like, wind tornadoes, is that maybe the wind boss is just, like, freely roaming before the Crucible or something, and then you have, like, certain bosses at the tornado areas. But yeah, it's from the website, it's... I guess the DLC is like a two-parter, so this is like part 1, then DLC 2 is part 2, about like some conspiracy. But who knows? I don't know what to expect. I don't think the bosses that they have shown so far answer the question why the Crucianite still exists. But we'll find out. Did they mention mechanic changes with the DLC? They haven't said everything about the DLC, but they've... let me see what I can see on the website. I'll link it for you so you can check it out in your own time too, rather than just relying on me. So I'm gonna paste it in chat for everybody. Okay, so I just posted it. It should show up on Twitch. And then should, there we go, pop up on... Here, I'll switch it. Why don't I just switch over to... Hold on. Here. I'll just give you a brief rundown of what's in the DLC, alright? Just a very brief. I don't want to spend too much time today. So DLC 1, coming out August 19th. There's a trailer. Takes place in the future Edo, where our main character is dead. And peace is over. But it's been retaken by the Crucible, so what's going on? No idea. So 1651. They're bringing back scrolls. New weapons, Hoko and Shield, Ninja Hoko and Shield. So we can play like Captain America, I guess. They have some new enemies. I don't think this is the main Crucible boss. I think it's just like one of those world bosses you find. This, I'm guessing, is one of like the objective bosses before the big Crucible. The new game plus 2 is being introduced. And then you can see a cursed enemy. Glowing purple. I don't know what these orbs are. I don't know if that's a reference to cursed enemies being unique in their own right, or maybe that's just the, like, I don't know exactly the specifics. So we said stronger equipment, additional soul cores, higher level caps, higher plus value caps. I mean, that's standard, but I don't know mechanically what's all too different. They got scrolls. I'm scared of this scroll that seems like a 2v1. You fight Tagatsuki and Honda. So so double hyper armor, I guess. It's gonna be pretty wild. Who knows? And then they've just said guardian spirit, skills, martial arts, ninjutsu, like very vaguely. There's just new things. I'm like, I don't know what all these new things are. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's more with photos. Interesting. Who's this guy? This is probably the Crucible, the big Crucible boss. Who features, I'm guessing, the new weapon? Who knows? But yeah, I don't really know all that much. Think we'll get a Corvid Guardian Spirit. The demon transformed figure next to Jubei looks like Corvid-like features. What's a Corvid? I'm quite illiterate here. Like a crow? Crows, ravens, rooks, magpies. Oh. The crow family, cool. That could be cool. Yeah, Hoko and Shield is also ninja. The boss have 3 balls on his shoulders. I guess he have 5 balls. Okay. Prepare for Kagetoki Yoshitsune scrolls? Yeah, perhaps. Chat, you just got the big bomb? Yo, the big bomb's hilarious. It's such a meme, but it's so fun. It's probably my favorite damage thing for ninjutsu. It's just comical to throw a big bomb and just explode everything. Pinwheel shuriken to gun blast and a split staff throw. Hey, you never know. Could be cool. Why are you so zoomed in, bro? This is gonna be tough. Any idea why they're doing DLC 1 a month early? Because they can, I guess. Maybe they want to release things earlier. I don't know. I think let's see. Originally, I had the expectation they released it sometime in September, but as per their phrasing, they said by the end of September. So, could it have been earlier? Yes, I think they allowed for room for that. But they didn't have set in stone dates for the DLC, but they had to place on Steam and things like that. Hey, it's going to release in September. Or by the end of September. I'm not complaining, though. Maybe they just want to have it released sooner. I'll take it. Yeah, we need more of our stuff. Really? That doesn't work? Oh, it does work. Hey man, I was replaying Neo 2 because I'm too broke to buy Neo 3. I played with all the weapons. Can you pick a random weapon for you? Yeah, play sword. Oh, that works. That's so cool. I just have the... What am I testing right now? Something I'm doing for a video, which is... and I'll brainstorm this later. It's Resounding Lunge into Rainbow Ruse. So it's Resounding Lunge as step 1. Then Rainbow Ruse into a jump, because I have fluidity. And then because I have jump, then I want to transition to Ninja Sword. Oh, yeah, just to practice. You could interrupt that. Oops. Okay, cool. Found out with Switchblade you can do low stance running attack, which is a jump, and then immediately follow up with Stallion Strike. It's cool, right? It's cool. I hope they bring back the Neo armor set from Neo 1 with the DLC. Let's see what they bring back. Yeah, it is really cool. Dude, you should not be able to interrupt me. Okay, cool. If you guys have any requests, feel free to ask. I'm just messing around. Here's how awful the gear check is going to be for the DLCs. Way of the Wise cycles gave you PTSD. Way of the Wise or Dream of the Wise? Neo 1 or Neo 2? Both games? Okay, fair. I don't think they're introducing ethereals at this time, so I imagine it'll just be... I imagine you'll just have to scale up appropriately. I don't think it should be that drastic. We'll find out. But yeah. Who knows? We got 18 days or 17 days until we find out. Is the DLC gonna have a different map? It seems to be a different map. Like, it's gonna be Edo in 1651. I think it's meant to be unique. Sure, let's try this. Oh yeah, I'm not using Invigorating Arts. Oops. Did you see those alchemist enemies in the screenshots we got to see? Yeah, I did. Do you think we'll be able to wear those clothes? I think it's possible. The basic Onmyo Mage NPC enemies since Neo 1, we can't wear their outfit fully, but I think these enemies might be different because they're advertised in the trailer. I think it's possible, yeah. It's possible. I don't know though, but we'll find out. We only got 17 days. I don't know what to expect. Team Ninja, of course, is keeping it tight-lipped. Who knows what sorts of, like, they've made some information very obvious, like, oh, there's gonna be a new game +2, there's gonna be a new weapon, there's gonna be a new map. But the new guardian spirits, the new martial arts, the new ninjutsu, the magic, the skills, I don't know what it's gonna be. Get more soul core box slots and skill slots. It's a shame Samurai can't access that skills Ninja has, so it's hard to build around Onmyo for Samurai. I guess, yeah. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I have put in some feedback in regards to what I think could be done to help Samurai style a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. How did the enemy's ki go down so quickly? Because I know what I'm doing. Did that not do a thing? Just seems a lot quicker. Yeah, I mean, I'm using Guardian Spirit skills a lot, and I nail a lot of the burst attacks. Chicken burrito. So I generally do a lot of key damage. I know what I'm doing when it comes to taking out enemy key. When to take out their max key, it's another thing I do as well. Break their horns, etc. So my experience really pays off. Good example there. Dude, really? Really? Seriously? Why do you just stand there, bro? Makes it so awkward. Yeah, I've definitely managed to break it. Also, another thing that might be deleting their key is the fact I'm using wind on my Guardian Spirit, so If I am able to bluster an enemy, which is to apply the wind debuff, then it's 50% extra key damage. Ah. I like hardly use this one. Any chance we'll get an Indie Guiding collab this DLC? It's possible. Possible. I just don't. I got no idea. If there's a chance, the percentage of that chance is unclear. Dude, you're so passive. Fight me, man. It's annoying. Just back away, okay. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Wolong had a collab with Neo 2 in base game, so I was hoping we get something like that in Neo 3. I have no idea, that's the thing. Oh, really? You dodged it? God damn it. Is that Guardian Spirit has anything good about it? Yeah, it's Guardian Spirit skill is a safer deflect. I'll show my build's also up on YouTube if you don't want to wait for me to talk about it. Oh, seriously. Thanks, that's so great. On YouTube, there's a video called like my build after 400 plus hours or something. That'll detail it all, but I can show things to you after this. Fucked it up. The charged Tonfa is the most satisfying skill in the game. Yeah. Oh no, Bran, I'm sorry about your laggy Wi-Fi. What's up, Solitas? I was doing Silent Cross Spears. Hey, what? Hey, wizard. I haven't had that. One thing I noticed is that usually the best soul cores tend to be fire-based. I wouldn't know, I've barely dabbled with soul cores in Neo 3. Video almost done? Yes. Wait, I could do a key pulse after that? Wait, what? Wait, hold up. Oh my god. It's so obvious in hindsight now. Oh. There was some... Okay. That was kind of interesting. I think I'll save. Take a look at that whole thing, actually. So Wizard, yeah, the video is almost done. I still have just one clip, like 25 seconds. I need to make look pretty good. And then once I'm ready with that, I'll post it on Discord for you guys to evaluate. If there's like certain clips, for example, you're thinking, hey, I think it could be just a bit sharper, or hey, this is like a big red flag. That's mostly what I'm looking for, because trying to get everything perfectly in exactly the way that I'm thinking of requires it would take too long. It'd be one thing if I could have the AI guaranteed do a certain pattern of things, but it's not. It's I can direct me, I can't direct the other actors, so to speak. If I could, then I could choreograph it even more easily. But this is very much just me trying to learn them as much as possible and adapt accordingly. So, see what I can do from there. Smash, my name's not Poofy, you know that. But yes, I'm excited for the DLC. Why else would my title be 17 days until DLC 1? Can I later show what level is my Amrita life recovery? Yeah. Moon Scented Hunter, if you're here, let me know, and then I can also talk about my build. Am I using the Neo 3 Fix mod with frame gen enabled? No, I'm playing on a base PS5. That Focus Strike gives me Limitless vibes? Yeah, it feels good. I've been struggling with input drops, but you seem to be doing just fine. Any tips you can pass on? Describe the nature of the input drops you're having. Because I know one thing, for example, is sometimes my character will do an extra move I don't intend, and it's because I'm so used to button mashing. My bad, I didn't notice the icons. No, it's cool. Alright, so Salitas, you had asked about Amrita life regeneration. Where are you? $36 for ninja style. And then I think 33 for samurai. Oh, 36. 36 both styles. been noticing that too. I press a button while using Ninja Sword and it doesn't happen, like dodging or heavy attack. Longest recovery, okay. For me, martial arts just don't come out, so I'm having to resort to mashing. I've noticed that too. So it'll even be like, alright, I'm doing God of Wind. And during arts proficiency, and then my character will do a quick attack instead of registering the windstorm. Like, I've had that issues with that. I've kind of had to learn to be much more precise and kind of with my inputs. Button mashing, there's certain things I can button mash. Like guard-based martial inputs, I will button mash. But I've noticed that, for example, if I pressed heavy and then quick very quickly, if I like just do a double tap, then I'll do what I just did. And it's not even intentional. So here, I'll try to demonstrate. So we got here, right? So my inputs are faster than my character, so I kind of have that. So Solitas is saying the time to input follow-ups is much shorter than you'd expect. So it's like this weird timing thing. I would anticipate I'd have a bit of a window. I have a little bit of a breathing room, but like it punishes me for my button mashing, which I'm so used to from Neo 2 to get that like confirmed. It's a bit strange. But there's also, as was mentioned, button hold settings, which I've kind of tinkered around with. So yeah, play around with it. I don't really know how this button hold setting really works. I think it might just be in general, anything you have to hold the button down for. So hold to interact, or just charging. I button mash a lot, so it's... I can relate to you guys there. I have no idea what the difference between the settings is. None whatsoever. I got no clue. None. Like, it's saying 1, 2, 3, like, I can't measure this. I can't detect the difference. It's hard. Vibration intensity, I'm like, okay, I can kind of feel it because my controller will vibrate. But I have no basis of comparison to make this work. I don't think this works for charge attacks. Bro, I got no idea then. That's the thing, we think we don't think. I got no idea. It's very noticeable with interact buttons. But I believe charge attacks are always the same timing. Okay. What? You don't understand what some UI developer was thinking in the middle of development? Unfortunately, I don't. Go stand at a Spirit Bay and see how it works with different options. Yeah, I don't really want to though. It's all this stuff where I'm like, I don't want to test all this shit. I just want to play, bro. It's one of the other reasons I don't go too crazy with build stuff. It's like, bro, it's so much grinding. I don't really care about this type of grind. I just make a set and I just want it to be done and over with. I do not enjoy the process of making a build in this game. Test all the things, make the most massive of spreadsheets. I'm good, bro. Tier list of all menu options? No. I just want to, like, get good. That's the fun part. What would it be for then? Bro, I don't know. I got no idea about all this buttonhole setting stuff. I don't know. I just don't know. You finally beat the 3 demons of Kuniotsu in the 20th attempt? Hey, congrats! It's a big deal. I like how you can make certain gear more likely to appear at the shrine. It makes build crafting quicker and easier. Yeah, I appreciate that too. I just know I'm not for one to min-max. I like do not care when it comes to having maximum damage. I'm like, cool, that's great. I'm gonna move on. Yeah, there was something I'm actually very curious about. I've tested it a bit. I'm fairly sure it's only for hold to interact buttons like ladders and graves and whatnot. Oh, okay. I wouldn't know. Alright, one thing that was curious to me was seeing how Narikama Tanuki works. So, it does have a key pulse window, which is bizarre. So that's kind of cool. I didn't expect that. It's like obvious in hindsight because the key pulse thing is going off. Yes, I do have the skill for key pulse on block. So does it register the same amount of key damage as a block? It looks like it. Yeah, recoup. So, Narikama Tanuki's Guardian Spirit skill is very good as like a last resort deflect of sorts. It's very good for that. But I was just investigating the interaction between that and recoup. So keep pulse on block. I find that Guardian Spirit skill counter frustrating because you can still get winded and miss the attack portion. Yeah, I've had issues with that even against when I was fighting Kasha earlier. It's a bit finicky, but I think the concept of it's very cool. Like in theory, this theme seems great for anyone playing very defensively. It's like a more powerful deflect or a stronger deflect. So if it could just be tweaked so that it feels good in that respect, so that, hey, when you land it as a burst break against a burst attack, would be nice for it to actually connect. Hey, Shogetsunibi. What's up with Tanuki? Tanuki's cool. I'm just, it works really well with Key Pulse on block. I think the game registers it as a block. So due to it being registered as a block, and because I have key pulse on block, I can do fancy shit. For example, but did I just key pulse cancel it? Are you serious? Wait, I can just cancel? I mean, I don't know if that's great. Hey, Autumn. The tricky part about that burst break is only the counter acts as a burst grade, not the first block part. Burst break. I find burst counter easier to say than burst break. So you need to consider the properties of the burst attack animation in particular. Oh, that's why I didn't work against Kasha then. Okay. Because Kasha went past me. I hope the Ninja Cat skills will be cool. Me too. Dude, you gotta time that shit. Oh, well, cool. I kind of found a cool little interaction with it and recoup. I like that. Ugh. The summon's pretty cool, yeah. The summon's hilarious. Boom. Get belly flopped. Alright, see you later, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out. But to compensate, it's generally amazing for every other kind of attack. Yeah, even if that's the case, I hope it gets rebalanced a little bit. There's some Guardian Spirit skills that I think could use just with tweaking. I like the concept of it, but I think a tweak would make it a lot better. So how they were to be tweaked, I'm not necessarily certain. Some of them I'm more certain on compared to others. So for example, with Holt, what feels really bad about this one is it can just whiff. So just improved tracking would be nice. So, you know, that would be nice, you know, improved tracking. Like, that's really about it. I think Kongo Jishi is fine. I think Nekomata is fine. I think overall Ninja Style is okay. I think it's just Hole I noticed the most. For Samurai Style, I would say specifically Boiling Counter. So, as Shuka Tsunobi is saying, it's great for those multi-hit burst attacks. So that's fantastic. Of course, in those situations, you're like, oh crap, I messed up the timing. All right, let me use Boiling Counter as a safe kind of regard. Like, that's really good. But I would still want it to function otherwise. Like, if you get the counter, if you get the timing right, you should get the counter. Golden Shachi, I think Twin Waves, I just wish its accuracy was a little better. Sometimes it just straight up whiffs. If I'm too close. I'm like, come on, bro. I think my frustrations with Kongo Jishi and Murakumo, both forms, is the Guardian Spirit summons take up so much of the screen. It's just so many effects. Tengumen's fine. Ho-Oh, I don't know enough about it to make any solid conclusion. Just play blindfolded, then it won't be a problem. Touche. Any thoughts on the new DLC weapon? Yeah, I didn't know they use shields. I thought it wasn't going to be a thing, but hey, I guess if it's appropriate for Neo gameplay, I'll take it. I don't know much about it. They showed like 3 moves at most. Looks interesting. We'll see how it comes out. But hey, we got shield-based weapon. The fact we can chuck the shield seems pretty fun. I'm guessing Ninja Style can do that. Where you can just throw it. You can go full Captain America. Who knows? Hey Bruce, it's good to see you. I'm curious about the revolver. Me too. I don't think it'll be a ranged weapon. I think it's going to be ninjutsu. That's my guess. For our neutral special, we can use a gun. I really like the fish surf. Me too. I like it a lot. But their summon will so often completely miss for an enemy right in front of me. Yeah, I kind of find that to be a problem. Some of the Guardian Spirit summons have ridiculous tracking. Divine Thunder from Shinroku is just amazing. It like pretty much doesn't matter where an enemy is, it will hit them. Shinroku appears and fires lightning at the enemy's feet. Yes, it's very good on that. Golden Shachi, I just like it whiffing feels bad. If it had like a it works better if it targets farther away. But I kind of wish it would still work at close range. Like, things not working at melee range feels bad. Like, feels really bad. I don't think any other Guardian Spirit summon has nearly as much of an issue for me as this Twin Waves does. I think everything otherwise works to reasonable effect. I'm not particularly concerned about it. With Tengen Kujaku, it's at least right in front of the player. There's that. Like, they all work. You always want it to last 50% longer or something? Man, the Fish Surf, in my opinion, lasted quite a long time. But I'm guessing you want to, like, zoom to the other part of the map, which, I mean, in all fairness, I'd like to as well. Guhin's one wind skill is a straight wave too, yeah. I want to use it to dodge and then get back into melee. Oh, okay. My guess is you're using this, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. The fish summon is kind of like the Nue yokai skill in Neo 2. Kind of. Except this one actually hits. And it can hit, whereas Nue is just such a pain in the ass. The timing just slightly short for that? Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't... that's the thing, I don't use it as a dodge. If I use it as a dodge, then yeah, it's too short. Here, let me use it. Yeah, like, if I'm using it as a dodge... Dude, there's no range. There's no fucking range on that. Oh, let me circle around you, bro. Alright. Nope. This is gonna suck. But if I'm just using it to go forward, it feels pretty good. I wonder if it's also Talbot. It might just be like acceleration. You're not necessarily going that far of a distance, but I wonder if it's just, hey, your velocity isn't that high. I don't know. Alright, see you later, Zolitas. Have a nice lunch. Did Nue even have a hitbox? A crappy one at that, yes. I'm using the Water Kusanagi one. It's fun because you can chain up to 3 times in a row. Yeah, it's pretty fun. DLC was supposed to be in September, right? By the end of September is what they said on like Steam or something. So yeah, we're getting it in August. We're getting it in 17 days. This is pretty awesome to me. My favorite thing is using Boulder Breaker to dodge an attack, then following with Wild Surge once the hurt box disappears. Yes! That's good. That's good stuff. Also, I didn't know until recently that you can use the Split Staff Spinning Kill and Short Spinning Skill. Unruly Revolution. Oh, in short or long range modes. Yeah, yeah. Pretty fun. You missed Nue? Maybe they'll bring it back. Who knows? Honestly, I don't really miss Nue all that much. It actually would have been cool if this sort of water skating skill would enable you to cross the water you normally drown in. Hey, that would be really cool. Raiju's a better Nue. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. I'd rather fight Raiju than Nue. Nue I'm kind of bored with. You miss Suiki? I'm curious if enemies like Suiki will make a return as well. What do we know about the Sword and Shield in DLC? It'll be for both styles. It looks like there's a deflect based attack. It looks like there's a you can throw your shield with ninja style. That's all I know. If I could cross water, my death by drowning would shoot up 1,000% since I'd always miss time the distance. Fair, fair. Yeah. Don't forget Fuki, Ongyoki, and Kinki. Yeah, they did bring in Sumade, so maybe they'll bring those enemies back. Who knows? I'm very curious to see what enemies they will bring back. And how they rework them. Itsumade, I don't think got any change made to him whatsoever. So nothing, I don't think anything was really, oh, sorry, that's incorrect. Any major change in my opinion. So the corruption element was removed, but I think beyond that, the moveset's otherwise the same. In Neo, is Sword and Shield going to be Stranger of Paradise version of Sword and Shield or Shield and Mace? I suspect Sword and Shield. What I really am no fan of in Neo 3 is that you can get grabbed by while using one of those Guardian Spirit skills moving forward. Yeah. Oh, it's like, I'm the one attacking you, don't grab me. Yeah, Team Ninja don't care. You're gonna get grabbed. I mean, most of these Guardian Spirit skills that expand your traversal options basically only work as keys in certain areas. Yeah, for the Spirit Veins. Would have been cool if one actually makes you able to fly or swim underwater or something. They'd have to really revamp the whole game for that to be much more like open world rather than open field for that case. Which probably goes against their big game vision anyway. Team Ninja clearly wanted to pull back on the power of yokai abilities from Neo 2, which seemed to really overshadow weapons. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I don't know if that's if they clearly wanted it, if that's 100% the case, if that's their desire. But what I will agree with is that I think yokai abilities are a bit overtuned in Neo 2, all things considered. Anima gain was huge and yokai ability power was very large. So you could, for example, very classically, spam Ippon Datra. 7 anima spam to permanently stagger and stun a boss. Just over and over and over again. And it's not that hard to do that. It's not like, oh, like in the beginning of the game when you only have 10 anima and you don't have much anima generation, yes, it's kind of difficult. And it's like, well, 7 anima for a stun is not that big of a deal. Or a stagger is not that big of a deal. But later on, you can spam yokai abilities. I had some anima charge bonuses in anima charge, and I could just spam like soul cores all the time. Anima bonus timely guard gives me 8 anima. It's pretty ridiculous. So a lot of my damage would come from that as opposed to melee weapon play. So I still think the Guardian Spirit skills I think in this game are appropriate overall. Little tweaks here and there, but I think they're great. They're great in supportive capacities, so I'm cool with it. I wish I could use a little bit more and have a little bit more flexibility, but overall I think it's cool. I can understand if people like how the yokai ability system worked in Neo 2 more than in Neo 3, since you could really integrate them in your combos. Yeah, you could. I also think people just don't know how to use them well in Neo 3. Like, I use them just fine. Overall, I'm like, I can make them all work. So it's, I think, honestly, when it comes to the internet, and this isn't directed at anybody individually, this is just the internet at large, which we all know how the internet can be, the people who are loudest on the internet, that is. Most opinionated with some of the strangest takes sometimes. I think those who are perpetually on the internet, like obsessed with this stuff, I'm gonna say this, I think oftentimes it's a skill issue. I've heard so many people make complaints about things without really fully giving things a shot. And I'm like, bro, do you actually know what the fuck you're doing? And the answer is usually no. So I'm like, well, alright. I can't really take your opinions as seriously because you don't have stuff to back it up. You don't have the credibility, nor do you have the proof. So, okay. I heard those arguments for like Odachi. Oh, hey Wolf Matrix, good to see you. Epone completely redefines how you do aggression. I can't take gameplay seriously when I see it. Yeah, so I stopped using it too. I just want the wind attacks to be faster from the ground. Oh yeah, there's some like inconsistent things with certain Guardian Spirit skills. I hope that gets rectified as well. So one thing that was made aware to me was the adult Kusanagi Kindled Edge. If you use it from the ground, it's actually pretty fast, like as it is in the tooltip. But if you use it in the air, it's a little slower. Like the final hit's a bit slower. I'm like, wait, why? I would think that if you're already in the air, when you're kind of truncating, so animation time, no? So what gives? Or something that's a little counterintuitive is how with Murakumo, you can do the teleport, but you can get grabbed even though you're not on screen. Like, no, bro, like if you're not visible, then like it would make most sense for me to iframe through shit. But as it stands, it's just like, okay, I'm just slowly like moving and then I get grabbed. I'm like, bro, this sucks. But yeah. You just get grabbed out of the shadow dimension. Yeah. So, and I say this because there's some people who will dismiss this skill as like garbage. I can still make the skill look good. And after doing that, then I'm like, okay, I understand how to use it, but here's a problem I see with it. As opposed to immediate dismissal. That understanding sometimes from the internet is just it's just like not there. It's just premature dismissal of stuff. Talbot, you make a great point. The other things can be a little clunky when it's like, wait, I'm in the air with Hatch's death from the above, but why does the game still think I'm on the ground? Right, like, that doesn't make intuitive sense. I clearly don't know how to use the melee Guardian Spirit skills in Neo 3, but volitional summoning crouch cancels are fun for the ranged ones. I'm sure they are. And by the way, it's okay to not understand, like, to not have the highest skill. Just to be very clear, this isn't directed at you, Talbot, just in general. I don't mind people having a skill issue or not even being that great at the game. No, Zlad, no, none of that, stop. See, let's stop. No, no, no. I need to raise the cost of this. Hell no. Easy, lad. It's good to see you, man. So, what was I saying? People having a skill issue isn't a problem to me. I, like, legit do not care about how good someone is at Neo for the most part. Like, my enjoyment of them is independent of their skill. Like, if I whatever. I don't like go on forums and tell people that they're a bad player or shit like that. I'm not gonna shame anybody for that. What I will get irritated by is someone trying to basically project a bunch of garbage and hide behind the fact that they're not as good as the game that they think they are. And then try to act as if they're the fucking expert. And I'm like, bro, look, this makes it annoying to deal with you. So I just like don't want to deal with that. So I get frustrated when the internet acts like they're the experts. And then they call them out on it, and then they like lash out. I'm like, okay, great, fun. I'm like, okay, this is why it's annoying. Because frankly, it's a video game. I don't really care how good other people are. Thanks, Wolf. I appreciate the compliment. Another issue is martial arts and some weapons. Some jumping ones take way too long to register you as airborne, so you end up doing the longer winged animations if you input too early. Yeah. Like, that's very reasonable, and I've experienced that too. And I can tell that for you, you've tested that. You're like, hey, I've tested this, and I'm airborne. Shouldn't I now, when I'm in the air, be able to do an airborne thing? Soothe! I have been betrayed by the soothsayer who wants me to be nice to Gakis, okay? How are you fucking kidding me? Make the streamer say something nice about Gakis. Bow down? I have to say something nice. No. I'm glad they can be killed. There you go. Is that nice? Does that qualify? See, I experience happiness when I kill them. Right? That's nice. Right? Hell no. Oh, come on. I can't even say things like I like to kill them, want to murder all of them, and want to delete them. Say you like their hair. Whoa, this goes against my core. Soothsayer told me to say that I like Gaki's hair. Soothsayer, I died a little bit on the inside. Gakis have pretty eyes? Get the fuck out of here. Alright, that's it. No. No, this is not the best stream ever. This is unhealthy. No. No. You're hungover, otherwise great. Whenever I see Gakis, I'm like, put on some clothes, you little shit. Alright, time to kill these things. This is now an anti-Gaki stream. Shit! No, no new type of Autumn, no. No. No, no more. Hey, bot, I'm doing great. How are you? What's your latest complaint? No complaints today? I don't believe you. Did I click on Ninja's stream? Would you click mine by accident? Sad times. Autumn, no. If they put it, no, don't. Just don't. Seriously? God, that's so humiliating. Hey, congrats, Bran! Do I use Spirit Flourish more often than now? With Fluidity? Yeah, probably. Close enough. Hey Lana! Super excited for the DLC? Yeah, me too. A lot of new stuff to get. No, Zealot, he did not say Gake Chio. Oh my god. Zealot. Zealot. The new weapon looks very exciting. Yeah, they've got one weapon per style, and sure they're the shared type, but still it's new as opposed to no new weapons. I legit was thinking, I'm like, I don't know what new weapon they could add that would be appropriate. And then, like, I've heard sword and shield, but I'm like, but we already got a sword. But now they have Hoko and shield. Cool. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take a new weapon. No complaints there. So it should be fun, yeah. I think it might be the Chaos build coming. Oops. Ow. I think the pistol, the revolver is going to be ninjutsu. Spear dual sword loadout is actually epic. You like it? thought I was enough. Hey, Golden Seed! Yes, the complainer is here, Zelod. Hey, I'm glad that you got the stuff, the experience you wanted, Lana. Oops. Wait. No. Chat, stop.
我こそは武家の棟梁だ。その程度か。かまわねえ。
Don't do it, Sue. How many clips? Have I recorded? Most of them. I got one more left. Thought that would work, and it did. I should have stayed with Spear. Didn't expect advice. No, I don't have 600 hours of time. Gotcha. The Hiroko Bankai? Yeah, pretty much. Take all the spam, bro. Well, I'm screwed. I don't have shit. Damn it. What you doing? Didn't even get the parry off, but oh well, he did. Chad, if Team Ninja did Neo 4, do you think it'd be about the birth of the Spirit Stones? Maybe. Maybe just like alternate. Or maybe they go into space. I don't know. We have the actual origin of the yokai that comes from a different planet. And then it's a crossover from Final Fantasy VII and Sephiroth comes in. I don't know. That was how Kunimatsu deserves to be taken out. Space Onryoki? Yeah! Alright, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. You'll fight an alien. No Gaki with astronaut suits. What the fuck? Meteor Otakemaru. Pretty much. But I think Sude's got the better idea. Space Onryoki? I mean, come on. You know what doesn't make sense? Are we trying to put logic into video games? I've known that to always work. Scampus equals Space Cat? Yeah. Asteroid and Chain? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. No Gaki civilization. What the hell's wrong with you people? No! Neo 4 return to DBZ characters and fight in space? Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Onryoki, look at this. No Gaki Emperor. Get out of here. No Gaki Fleet. No. No Gaki does. Get out of here. I think the Samurai Dual Swords are a lot more fun in this game. I actually like them a lot more than I did in Neo 2. Yoki King? Yoki King's better. Seriously, the one time I'm like, nah, I don't think he's gonna grab. Yeah. That was very sloppy. Seriously. God damn it. Alright. Thought I deflected that right, but I did not. Oh well. I'm just gonna leave. I deflected so much, but then fucked up at the end. Shit happens. I was close though. Yeah, there's my Raga Keat. There's my rage.
秘伝の力鹿と右我が槍さばき枠に入れよ見事
Boring. I don't like fighting Honda. close enough. Oh, Kusanagi got me. Oh, I haven't felt this duo in a while. Oh. Nah, I don't want to do the rest of the mission. Let's get out of here. Wait, where am I? Oh. Yeah, I got destroyed. I remember this mission, Kusanagi was a wall. Yeah, Kusanagi was tough for me. It wasn't so much about Kusanagi on its own, it was about trying to switch in between the two characters. So Himiko would... Like, I'm trying to focus on Himiko. Does it make you upset? It makes me mad. I'm mad, bro. I'm so mad. I'm very mad. Just mad? Let's do this. Yeah, Kusanagi is the wall. Just having to deal with two enemies is pretty much a little... It gets me challenged. Favorite of these? I've been enjoying Envy a bit more recently. I like Pride a bunch. I think Obsession might be my least favorite at the very least. Envy, Pride, Obsession in that order for you. I like Envy for certain reasons, Pride for other reasons too. It's just... I like them both. I just don't like Obsession as much because he's kind of slow, that's all. Get wrecked. Okay, neat. Obsession ate your bear? What? Obsession's a jerk for eating your bear. They all have pretty interesting movesets in my opinion. Yeah, they're all unique. They're all unique to me. I like all three of them. I think they're all great. Within the three, that's where I have like slight preferences, but yeah, I think Obsession's cool too. I think for me, the Neo 3 bosses overall are great quality compared to Neo 2 for sure. I don't really miss many Neo 2 bosses. I'm more excited for things in Neo 3. Another one of these. Great Scampus form charge. Great. Poison Mist, Toxic Ground Fire. Good with those. Oh, I already have a great Scampus form charge. But I could have a Semior Flute that does that, right? Cicada Shell Gauge Charge. I mean, that's alright. Great Scampus form. Did I work in a Great Scampus clip? No, I haven't. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to. I have like one clip left. Alright, I'm gonna dip out, dude. I'm tired. It detracts so much from what I'm trying to accomplish. With my video, that is, so I haven't bothered. When will you drop the 500 hours? Before DLC. I wanted it out specifically before the DLC, so no later than, I guess, like, I'll have it before the 18th. I should have it at the latest out by the 18th, but I'm trying to really figure it out sooner. I have 1,000,000 glory. 15k until I max this clan out. Yo, how many clans do I have maxed? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 10 clans? Damn, son. I wonder what extra clans we'll get. Hey Jax, you caught me at the tail end of the stream today. Have I even been using the blacksmith? Not recently. I've used it to tinker with my gear a little bit. But I'm kind of good with my gear for now, so it's not something I'm that focused on anymore. Yeah, you kind of figure that? Yeah. Ugh. You can chat a little bit, though. I'm gonna transfer some files. Which ones? Sure. Actually, do I want to do that? No. Let Let me trim this a little bit. Yeah, and then I died to, yeah, I remember I died. Okay. Died to the burst attack, right? Yeah. Whiffed. Okay. Start here. Cool. Had some good cautious stuff, just not in one sequence. Yeah. This is what I'm doing on stream is casual. It's not like me intensely focused on something crazy for 15-20 seconds and making sure like I'm dotting every I, crossing every T. I have one more thing I want to generate for a ninja sword, and I have to figure out the exact enemy I want to try it against, and there's some labbing I'm going to do beforehand. But it's not just, hey, I'm having a flow. Having a flow in of itself isn't a problem. I can do that. It's about having a flow for a very specified time with the starting and ending sequence, with certain skills that I use, making sure I nail every single thing in between, or enough things in between. And the bar for that is a lot higher. But yeah, for the compilation video, it's there's a lot. It's not just good flow. It's not even just about right. It's not just about flow. It's I have to showcase enough variety, be able to do it in a constant flow, make sure I start and end in a certain way, make sure that the enemy does enough of what I like so it's not just, hey, I'm fighting a punching bag. Because there have been many clips where I'm like, oh, I pulled off a really cool sequence, except the enemy couldn't do shit. They're out of key and it's for free. So it has, like, the stakes have to be high enough. I have to pull off a constant flow for a specified time, and I have to make sure for the purposes of the video that it fits with the OST I've picked, which is a lot. So some clips, I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. And I'm like, well, actually, it's too long. Or, oh, it's too short. Whoa, I pulled off something really cool. Oh, but it's too short. So it's not necessarily like a hard and fast rule per se. It's more on a spectrum. Because some things I'm like, look, I can try to lab this and I could probably eventually get it in like several hours, but it's a bit excessive and I don't really want to spend all my life doing that. So there's that. And that gets more and more difficult the further I progress into the video. So I have to start like editing things ever so slightly. Shave off a frame here, speed up the video very slightly there. And it has to be workable enough so it still overall fits. I can't hit perfect on everything because it's just too tall of an order. It'd be different if I could direct the enemies to doing exactly what I want them to do. But I can't. So I have to make do with what I can. There's certain bosses as well, I'm specifically trying to showcase things for like their final phase or something, or for a specific phase or for a specific moment. So then I have to whittle the boss down to a specific HP and specific key level. So like it just takes a lot of time to choreograph it. I've had moments where it's like, whoa, I pulled off a cool sequence, and then the enemy lives with like a sliver of health. And I'm like, fucking hell. That just kills it. So yeah, a lot of criteria. But it's getting close to the end. Just in case anybody's curious, and while I'm just waiting for it to copy. Oh, I can stop recording. Yeah. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I don't think I want to save anything I recorded. Oh. Anyway. Let's see, any extra news from Team Ninja? No, they just have their trailer. I see, all I hear are excuses. Yeah. Yes, these are just excuses. Like, you know what you were saying, Discord, you want to like critique stuff? Like, I'm fine taking the critique. It's just as long as it's like some of the stuff I'm just not gonna like try to do. I'm more likely a bigger critic about my own work than you are. And not from a place of like being hard on myself, but like, bro, I missed this small detail, I'm trying to replicate it. So for example, Wizard. If I were to evaluate certain clips compared to what my video has, let's see. Let's take that Great Tengu one that I liked, right? Okay. What's my perceived flaw in this? This is fine, this is cool. Oh wait, this isn't the one I really cared for. It was... Where's that other Great Tengu one? I think it was this one, right? Yeah. Okay, so if I were to start a clip, I'd start here, right? That's cool. And I think overall that's fine, even with me getting hit. Okay, so far so good, right? That's good too. That's redundant. Doing another Grease Lightning is redundant. I could have done something else there. And then there's just a little bit of an awkwardness towards the end. It's cool though. I do like it overall. Yeah, but that's like a very small nitpick. I like the whole sequence. Do you see what I mean? I'm more critical about this shit than most people are. I get nitpicky as fuck. I'm like, oh, I took damage. I'm like, yeah, but that's not the biggest the deal to me. Like, I could try to pull that off, but I take a bit of damage, but flow is there. I'm like, okay, that's forgivable to me. But then it's like, oh, like lack of variety here. Right, just slightly, or oh, a slight delay. I could have done something else. Right, Wizard, you could say, although I did prefer the Tengu one where you managed to avoid the grab with the Guardian Spirit. Yeah. That's hard to replicate. It is cool. But replicating that, like, I have to, like, if I can make sure, I can guarantee he'll do the grab, then of course I would do it. I know how to deal with the grab, but getting him to do that and checking all the boxes in one clip is very time consuming and taxing. Not to mention making it flow with my music choice is also another thing too. If I could capture that, I fucking would. Cause yeah, that is sweet. Or what's another thing? It wasn't this one, right? I think it was... I'm using Tonfa. This is sick. Was it this one? No, I don't think it was this one. No, it wasn't even that one. Okay, I think it was this one. Was it this? Okay, I think it's here, right? Yeah, so this is cool. That's peak to me. I'm like, ooh, that's gorgeous. But I was not able to replicate that no matter how hard I tried. And then of course I died. And that's all in phase 2. I definitely try to replicate that. I was like, okay, I know what I need to do. I need to get him reasonably low on ki. But yeah. Oh, and also don't forget camera work. So I have to make it visible enough. So even that one was like, it's visible, but could be better. And that visibility matters also for the purposes of a clip. A showcase. Is this the one I like with Yoritomo? This one's... okay, was it this? Okay, this was cool too. I like this one overall. Hey, Lendy. Okay. So let's see, how long is this one? Alright, so starting from 7 seconds. So I go for a minimum 20 seconds. Okay, it's only been 10. Nope, too short. Like, I'd have to transition to a different weapon from here. Too short. If I'm using Spear, I'm using Spear from a previous clip, and then I would transition into Kusarigama. Then from Kusarigama, I have to transition to something else. Can't be Spear. Or it can't be Spear for very long. It needs to switch to a different weapon. So it's like, all those things. I try to minimize that wizard. I try to go from, hey, here's one weapon showcase, maybe 2, but I would want that showcase to be like, all right, like, if I'm using a weapon if there's weapon overlap, it has to be minimal. In that clip, it already was 2 weapons. So, unless I'm intending to do a Kusarigama Spear showcase, then that clip I would need to redo. It gets tricky. Okay, let's see. I put a heart on this one for Hattori Hanzo. Okay, that's fine. Ground Sweeper, I could probably make a video to transition. This is good too. That's fine. That's cool too. That's fine. Even that's cool too. Okay, what's my issue? What's my critique? For this clip, it's a bit too long on Odachi. So okay, let's say I start at about 6 seconds. I go for about 20 at most. Okay, I need to start transitioning now. Yeah, I need a transition. So in terms of what I could transition from, I suppose movements don't charge. It's a bit of a weird condition. You can fit in a lot more cool stuff like that short clip if you relax a condition. It makes sense if I'm taking into account making it flow with music. Specific music. I'm not gonna put a disclaimer in the video, dude. I'm talking about what I nitpick on. It's like I'd want to showcase, there's a theme I'm showcasing in each of them. I'm trying to ideally showcase each weapon. It's not gonna be perfect. Like I can't do an absolute perfect weapon overlap. Like I transition usually switching from weapon to weapon or something. But trying to do it with music adds an extra layer of difficulty. Otherwise, if it's just like clip, 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 dude, I can do that anytime. That's not difficult. It's like, okay, make sure I ended a certain clip and not worry about the music. But if I'm worrying about OST, to make sure certain things swell at certain parts, certain finishers hit at certain parts, it's like I have to plan it. So I can't say, hey, this clip can only be like I'll have to say this clip can only be this amount of time where I have to accomplish all these things. I have to do all these things as the player, and the enemy has to respond in a certain way. Okay, good luck. But in terms of like putting a disclaimer in the video, I'm really not going to do that. Like it's just whatever. It's just a showcase. Something tells me they'll add a new style. Hey, that'd be cool if they did. Don't know if they will though. Maybe for a future title. But hey, I was wrong about there not being a new weapon. But anyway, I have specific conditions. Can you compile parts from many clips or sequence them to sync to music? Is that what you're going for? Consider what I did for my 2000 hours Neo 2 video. If you pay attention to how OST overlaps with certain things, there's definitely, while it isn't perfect all the time, there are certainly moments where it's like, oh, this was intentional. So, for example, Sword of Meditation against Yoshitsune. Use that as the final part. And try to have the Sword of Meditation land basically to signify the music being over. Or with Otakimaru's OST. The start of that was synced with Yokai Shift. Popping Yokai Shift with Brute, like specifically hitting at a specific part. So it's a lot of that. Now, what I try to do is clip 1 to clip 2, unique enemies, unique weapon choice for the most part, and it flowing reasonably. Now, in some clips that I've created, I go for like 2 weapons at the same time. I do that for one of them, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. It doesn't just have to be one weapon. It's just whatever I'm doing, like it's very intentional. And even then, I can't showcase everything that I might want to in a several minute clip or several minute video. And you'll notice that even in my past compilations. I remember I didn't use dual swords all that much. Or Switchglaive I barely featured in the video. Maybe like 1 or 2 moves. Oh hey Red, what are we getting into? I'm on the tail end of my stream, but I'm basically talking about a compilation video. Oh, what are we getting into? DLC for what? Oh, why don't I just show you? Yeah, Neo. Here you go. Here's the info. So I am making a compilation video for gameplay clips for Neo 3. Trying to make like a cool showcase. Oh no, you're cool, Red. So I'm making a video as a gameplay showcase for what I've accomplished in Neo 3. Just some of the cool things, cool boss battles, things like that. And putting them together I'm trying to make it cinematic. So I think my video is going to be about 5.5 minutes. I'm just missing like 20 or so seconds where, yeah, I'm going for very specific things. So I will show you, I'll give you a taste of what that's like, because I was practicing some of that on my previous streams. So let's see. Is it this? Alright, so for example, this boss, right? I'll tell you when I would start it. Okay, right about here. Check this out. So yeah, just like 10-15 seconds of that. Or something. What's that purple skeleton? Oh, I mean, there's technically spoilers in here. But yeah, or stuff like this. There's a lot of stuff you haven't unlocked yet as well. Stuff like that, or let me try to keep it spoiler free for you. Or here's a sequence I actually really like. It's okay, spoilers for other help for me. You hear something like this. This is the type of clip I would include in that video. I think you finished the first map, right? Yeah, this is like the first boss of the second map. So stuff like that, where it's like, whoa, cool, a lot of cool interactions and things of that nature. So I've been creating that a bit over time. No, not that one. The Great Tengu clip is your favorite? It might be featured in my video. The stuff that I've been working on streams, it may not be in 100% the same form, but they're all involved. Like, I'll just tell you, I'm featuring... I already have Kunimatsu, Hattori Hanzo, Nuni Botoke, Yoritomo's in there, Shingen's of course in there, Great Tengu's in there, Blood Edge Demon's in there, Yamagata Masakage is also in there too. Who's this against? No, I don't care about Honda. I don't feature Honda in there. I do not feature Pride. Not Jokotsu Baba. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, I have one more boss I'm working on. Oh, Demon of Envy is in the video too. Oh, Takasuki's in there too. No, I didn't put Pride in. That's like your most comfortable boss, almost. Yeah, it's one of the more comfortable ones. I think Honda was slightly nerfed in Neo 3. I think certain attacks do not have as much hyper armor as they used to. But I think another component of it to that brand is we have more tools to kick his ass. So that helps a bunch. The enemies that just feel like carbon copies from Neo 1 or Neo 2 tend to feel pretty straightforward in Neo 3, if you know what to do with Neo 3. For example, Itsumare from Neo 2 was very challenging in Neo 2, but in Neo 3, with what we can do as players, we can kick its ass a lot more easily. But yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on. But soon enough, Wizard, I'll post a video on Discord and then you can nitpick it. Some things I'm just gonna pass on altogether, because it's just too much of a time sink. Yeah, I'm not gonna save the recordings. It's too much of a time sink for me to try to curate perfect things. But if there's any like glaring issues, then yeah, let me know. Try to minimize those. There are some moments where I do use a certain martial art twice and I'm like, God damn it. But I'm like, well, it's not ideal, but it'll work. It's good enough. But yeah, so Bran, if you like the Great Tengu clip, there'll be more like it. That one was very artsy. I like that one. And I could replicate that one actually, so it wasn't too bad. I'm trying to think of which ones of all the ones I have. Yeah, the Great Tengu one, that one's definitely gonna be in the video. Let's see, which are the ones that I could replicate? Great Tengu one probably was one of the easier ones to replicate. Taka the Shingen was pretty straightforward too. I think it was just those two. Those are the ones I could reliably replicate because they do a lot. Yeah. I think those two. Some of the other clips, I guess the Hattori Hanzo one was I eventually learned to be able to replicate what I wanted to create on there. Yeah, I think that might have been the only, yeah, those three. Yep, I think that was that. But yeah, you guys will see. Discord, people in my private Discord will see, because I'm gonna get some feedback. Ask for it, but the meat and potatoes of the video is basically done. There are some parts that I'm like, unless there's some glaring issue, I have no real need to adjust things. I'm not going for perfect, I'm going for like, whoa, this is really cool. And if anything dips beneath a certain threshold, then I'm concerned. But if it's like, oh, well, you took damage here, I'm like, yeah, sure. I guess. Alright, but is that really that big of a detriment to your enjoyment here? If not, then I'm gonna scrap it. Anyway, time for me to go. Ranted a little bit, yapped a good bunch too. So, I'm not sure if I'll necessarily stream tomorrow. I'm not certain. I still have that one clip to get, but if I can create that clip within a reasonable time frame, then I might pick up streaming again. But I just need a little bit of a break because there's some clips I like grinded for multiple hours. And there's no way I want to do that again. But yeah, I'm going to take off. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see everybody next time. Take care, and bye.